Yeah. Are you on? Are we on?
Yep, we're on.
Okay.
I think I can do this. Never mind.
There we go. Okay.
We're good.
Oh. Overtime. How did Carbondale let that get away, huh?
Yeah.
31-16. The kid from Carterville hit a 3 at the end of the third quarter. Make it 31-19. Still a 12-point game.
Yeah.
And then took the lead on them 35-33, so they went on a huge run.
Oh, guard the foot.
About that, I think the Cardinals got a stud reliever.
Sounds like it.
Well, I will say he's had success with the Yankees and whatnot. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be an impact player, but I think they've just done, I wouldn't say the minimum, but far from the maximum what they could have done.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't know how you can look at a team that was that poor last year, dead last in the division, and you don't do anything to bolster the offense, and you kind of bolster the pitching staff, but you pick up when you got guys all 35, 36 years old, you're really rolling the dice.
Well, we got Matt Carpenter though.
Yeah, forgot about that impact move on offense.
Hey, everybody online. This is the JV game, overtime. Carterville was down big, going
31-19 going in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 31-19 at the end of 3. Better write that down. I'll never remember that.
And then 35 all at the end of regulation.
Carbondale hit a shot with time running out to tie it.
Indeed. Got wrestling tomorrow, and then come back over here tomorrow night. And Sunday, doggone it, nothing but the Pro Bowl, so I don't think I want to watch that. But I will find something to watch and relax and do next to nothing, if at all possible.
Yeah, me too. I may go see my family.
Well, sounds good. Hannibal Moe.
No, they're in St. Louis.
Oh, that's right. You told me that before.
Sis and brother are up there.
That's right, St. Louis. Okay. Logan Ball's baseball posted. Bulls start the season with a 10-9 victory. How about that? There's some news for you. Logan baseball, 10-9 winner over Raymond, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Ben Fred says Cardinals are one surprise move away from dropping hammer on National League Central. I don't know what he's teasing there. Why would he say that unless there's something really brewing?
Well, does that say more about the Cardinals, or does that just say tell you more about the Central.
Well, both.
Milwaukee's going to be down.
Yeah.
Cincy, I mean, I guess look out. I would have to say preseason. Cincy's probably.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. Yes, maybe. But I'm still worried about the Cubs. If they get what's his name back? Left-handed hitter, home run hitter.
Yep.
He'll, he had a big year. 90-plus homers, 90-plus RBIs, 28 homers. Why cannot not think of his name right now? Maybe because he's the
Brian
Cub.
knows it.
Probably because he's
What's
a
his
Cub.
name?
He's a Cub.
What's his name, Brian?
I'm drawing a blank.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Well, the Cub free agent who they haven't re-signed yet. Power hitter. Center fielder.
I'm a Cardinal fan, man. I don't pay attention to the Cubs.
Well, me too. But I should. I mean, I've heard his name 100,000 times. I can't think of it right now. Center fielder came over.
I don't know. I just know pitchers and catchers report in a couple of weeks.
That's good. Okay. Why do you want to say Sean?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
I'm just drawing a blank too.
Oh.
Anyway, the Cubs get him back. They'll still be very formidable, I think. But the Brewers trading
Good.
Burns, that was pretty big.
Yeah, it was. Short. Good board. Oh, man, he gets hammered there.
Cardinals are one surprise move. One surprise move. Wonder what that means. What do you think, Brian? One of the Cardinals.
I'm sorry. Hang on. What are we talking? What's going on? I'm trying to do something.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I'm trying to answer some person that's dissing Taylor Swift on the internet.
Oh, okay.
Trying to come up with all the ways that Taylor Swift is cool. Like this person was on there and goes, she's no role model. You will know soon enough. Like they know anything about her.
Yeah. I'd say here's the one thing that I looked up this week about her. Go look at her social media accounts. Everybody talks about it's all about her. She has not posted one thing on her socials about Travis.
The woman just wants to fall in love.
Yep.
She just wants to be happy.
Yeah.
All her fans want her to be happy. I hate all the boyfriends she's had, and she's had a few, they've all been, okay, but, they were never just like the one. And she just absolutely, you look at her, you look at the two of them, and she absolutely looks just happy.
Yep.
And how can you not be anything but happy for her? Yeah, she's the most famous person in the world. You don't have to like her music. Whatever. Who cares? The woman does great. I mean, every one of her, you go to her concert, they're the most loving, accepting fans you ever saw, unless you diss Taylor. It's literally just an amazing experience what she is trying to create with her art and her talent. And she's just an amazing songwriter. She's not the greatest singer. She don't dance or nothing. But it's just, you cannot help but applaud this woman. And what's so funny now is all this blowback is from, people who are honestly afraid of the power that she has. And, if what the message that she has challenges what they would like to create. And so that's why she's getting attacked. It's nothing she's done. She doesn't say anything political. It's just you look at her and it's obvious, where she stands on things by the way that she lives her life and by the way that she does it. She does all this philanthropic work behind the scenes that nobody ever hears about. She visits sick kids in the hospital. Of course, we all know about the $100,000 bonus she gave each of her 50 truck drivers. I could go on.
No, you're exactly right. She is an amazing woman, and she's happy.
But they're scared. They're scared of her, and so all they can think to do is attack her, and try to create some narrative where, well, she's not really what she appears to be. It's all a plot. It's all part of this master plan.
I don't have any problem with her. I know that. I'm not a big fan or anything, but I don't have any objection to her, being at the Chiefs games and stuff like that. So what? She has the money.
Yeah, she's there. I mean, she can't control the camera on her.
No.
She's the most famous person in the world. My goodness, of course the camera's going to show. And actually, somebody totaled up the amount of time that she had at the championship game. She was on camera for 30 seconds. 30 seconds of a 3.5 hour.
Yep.
That was it. And the dude taking Bill's game, he went on the TV than she did. So anyway, precisely how to answer, and it's a woman. So anyway, my message, Care.
9 seconds left here.
All right.
Maybe.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
We don't know. He makes 1 out of 2, we're in trouble.
I do not want double overtime. I know Dave.
I missed the first one. So if he makes this one, they're going to go for 2 instead of 3 more than likely. Or 9.6. Plenty of time left to get a shot off. Yeah, he missed both. Missed both. Yeah. All right, so there will not be second overtime after that second miss. I don't think. Who's the young man came by to say hello? Who's the young man that came by to say hello earlier? One in the blue there. He sat down. He the one that came over? One in the blue?
Justin Johnson.
Oh, yeah, okay.
JJ.
Okay.
Oh, they fouled on the. Oh, my. Fouled on the trigger. Putting him at the line with 8 seconds left.
Well, we may still have it. He'll make 1 out of 2, I bet.
We don't need him making 1 out of 2.
I know. I agree. Still can't believe Snow missed both. Well, there's the one miss. See if this kid can make 1 or not. Pressure mounts.
Callan Lilly. Or Kalen, maybe.
And
missed
it too.
A rebound. Carbondale.
Ugly a foul. Oh, jump ball.
Oh, jump ball. Possession area. Carbondale. We're in overtime, everybody. Timeout, Carbondale.
Missed the most. That's going to be about an 8 o'clock start now, looks like, if we don't play another period. I think maybe I'm not bringing a big enough gun to the show here. Take a look at the
Yeah.
Look how big those are. Carbondale's had its chances. Oh, I talk about a force.
Get out of bounds.
Force.
Oh, should be white.
I think so.
I thought it was off of Carbondale.
I thought you were right, too. I think you're right about that. Call another time. That was a very poorly constructed play. Or very poorly executed play, perhaps I should say. He was not open.
This is WJPF Heron. If you're waiting for the Carterville basketball game, do know that the JV game is in overtime. So that's why the delay, and we will, of course, get started just as soon as the JV game gets finished. This is your home for Carterville Terrier basketball, News Radio WJPF.
Dave, why can't you just bring it here and do the end of the JV game? You ever done that before? No. Well, how about that?
39-38.
Are the same kid that missed the free throws or not? 13. Let's look.
Yep.
Is it?
No, that was Corion King, I
Oh,
believe.
not the same kid then.
Not
Okay.
the same kid.
Okay.
Ball game. 39-38. That's a pretty shot.
Yes.
Yay.
Nothing but net. Coach Rogers and Coach Crane with the honors. Coach Dial is not in service tonight, apparently. Is he even here?
I haven't seen him.
I haven't either.
Oh, I bet he's up at Bloomington.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
The cheerleaders?
Yep. Yep, I bet.
That probably is right.
If I didn't have 39 ball games myself tomorrow, I'd go up there.
You're Mr. Dedication, though.
Better believe it's only you. Let me tell you, I worked a Neil Diamond show once. You never saw so many 65.
All right, Brian, let's go.
All right, coming right up. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. Good evening to you. Happy Friday. Thanks for watching.
Your home for Carterville Lions basketball is News Radio 1340, WJPF Heron, W258DP Heron, 99.5 FM. The theme is rolling.
Okay. Can you feed us programming, please?
702, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Clark
Got it.
Dental Stone, Ron Ward Chevrolet, and First Southern Bank. These sponsors also back the Lions: Joe's Lawn Care, the Bank of Heron, John A. Logan College, Stephen Rich's Barber Styling, and Polar Whip. It's the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF.
Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Dave McKenzie and John Homan from Carterville High School this evening, getting you set for Carterville Lion basketball non-conference play here this evening as the Carbondale Terriers hopped on the bus, probably packed food, made that 3.5-hour drive.
Wrong team.
Oh, we're playing Carbondale.
There you go.
Carbondale, Illinois, 6-minute drive.
There you
From
go.
Carbondale High School. Oh, that's what that is. Hey, we're glad to have you here this evening as we are getting you set for Carterville Lions basketball. Carbondale in town. They come into the game tonight. Coach Jim Miller and the Terriers, they're 11-15. They are 2-4 in South 7 play this year. Carterville, of course, coming off that win Tuesday night over West Frankfort, 63-55. The Lions now 12-11, a game over 500. And tied for first in the Ohio division of the Mississippi or the River to River Conference with Heron and Murfreesboro. Yes, I drew a blank there. And looking forward to a good game here this evening tonight. John Homan. Carterville's been playing much better of late, and this Carbondale team, man, they've got probably one of the top players in Southern Illinois on this squad.
DeCarl Payne, I don't see enough of him. He's a fine player. I've seen him play in the past. Looking forward to seeing him play tonight. He's averaging 23 points a game, and he can fill up for 30, 35 if you're not, defending very well. So the Lions best be on their best defensive behavior tonight, so to speak.
He can torch you pretty quick, and so we'll see how this Carterville team that is holding opponents to under 50 points a ball game on the season, 49.4 points per ball game. See how they can do against this Carbondale Terriers team that comes in averaging on the season about 53.5 points a ball game.
Should be fun. I think that the Terriers give the Lions a little bit different kind of look. They're very athletic, not a big team, a very athletic team that can shoot and run the floor. They're going to make you really, try to speed up the game, if you will. And the Lions have to be, kind of steady, take it easy, not rush things, get good shots.
This Carbondale Terrier team, a lot of similarities maybe to the Meridian Bobcat squad that we played earlier this year?
Well, yes, I would say very similar, except a little bit deeper in talent, I would say, than Meridian. But yeah, very similar.
Yeah, I would say so as well. But we are about 13 minutes or so away from tip-off here at Carterville High School. This is your McDonald's pregame show, and we got a decent crowd that's settling in here on a Friday night. Of course, Carterville cheerleaders are not here this evening as they are going to be competing for a state title tomorrow in Bloomington. First day of cheer competition was today, and the ladies wound up finishing in 8th place, and that moves them on to day 2. And let me tell you what, Linda Drust is a happy camper because they got the final slot of the small school division, so they can see everybody in front of them. They know exactly what they got to do going into their final routine tomorrow. So good luck to our cheerleaders tomorrow as they are in Bloomington competing for a state title. We're going to go on and take our first break here in our McDonald's pregame show. When we come back, you're going to hear from the head coach of the Lions. That's Shane Hawkins, and he's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with eState. Sign up for free checking. Charlie decided if he was going to put his name on his air conditioning and heating business, he better do things right. So he decided to make sure Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating would be a company you could depend on.
Hey, what's happening?
Charlie's would love to be your air conditioning and heating company. Only one name you need to know. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Charlie'sAirandHeat.com.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our pregame show. Coach, coming off the win Tuesday. I love the fact that we have 3 home games this week. That has been outstanding, and I'm thankful for that.
And you know what you get next week.
Yeah, I know that you always pay for whatever whatever's nice.
Last week or next week, you're going to pay for it. So, yeah, to get a couple, be home for a week and not have to travel. But the other part of that is you have to take advantage of it. We were able to get the week started on a good foot on Tuesday night with a home win against Frankfort, somebody that's in our subsectional. Now you're out of conference again for 2 more this weekend, which is rare in February that you get, or end of January and February, where you get a full week of 3 non-conference games. And it's kind of the way the schedule is. And, especially with the 5 teams, everybody always has a Friday off, or you have 2 Fridays off. And trying to find Friday games is not really easy. It just happened to work out where South 7 has 5 teams. Carbondale was off, and it always seemed logical for us to play this game tonight. And so it's you're out of conference play, but you're still playing somebody who's 6 miles away, and there's kind of that regional bragging right that comes into play.
This team, Carterville, during the course of about the last week and a half, been playing really good ball. They're playing defense. They're rebounding. Turnovers have been the reduction in turnovers really coincides with the good things this team has been doing.
Yeah, we've given ourselves a chance. Early in the year it was turnovers and we were getting crushed on the glass. And we've been able to at least stay competitive on the backboards the last 6 or 7 or 8 games. And we've given ourselves just an opportunity to get a shot. Get one up on the rim. Maybe we get a stick back. Maybe it goes in. Maybe we get fouled. But we've done it, and maybe that's because we have such little varsity experience coming in, and it took a while to get up to the speed and the strength and the way the varsity game's played. And but we have been better at protecting the basketball, and that gives us a chance. I mean, we were in both games last weekend because we gave ourselves a chance to get shots. Now we didn't make them, but at least we had shots, and so just the growth in probably those 2 areas has showed up. And it's easy if you've watched this play. It's easy to tell.
This Carbondale team that's here tonight, I don't know if maybe the right word would be underachieving on the season. Would that be accurate?
I don't know. I mean, it just they have as good a player in the South and DeCarl Payne, but those other guys, they last year was kind of a disaster. And now you bring a Hall of Fame coach back, and he's been out a couple of years, and he's trying to get back to doing things the way he did them for 23 years and had the amount of success that they had. And I think that's been, that hasn't been smooth. I think there's been games that have been really, really good, and there's been nights that they haven't been very good. And I think a lot of that is, trying to get back to the way Coach Miller wants to do things. And so when you have a coaching change, there's always going to be kind of that growing period of trying to figure out what he wants. How are we different from the last coach, and what can we do? What can we not do? And,
you can do a commercial, Brian, after this.
Man, I think anytime you have the best player on the floor, you have a chance to win. And they put a couple athletes around him. They're playing some young guys. They had a freshman go down last week, got hurt. They're going to start another freshman tonight. They're starting a sophomore, or has been playing a sophomore guard a lot. So I think they're a lot like us as far as lack of varsity experience, and you throw in the fact that it's back to an entire new system, the way that he wants to play. I can see kind of where they're at. I think there's been nights they've been really good. There's been nights where they haven't been very good. But flip it. Look at the white collared uniforms tonight too. We've done it for 23 games as well.
Well, good luck tonight, and we'll talk in postgame.
All right, thank you.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
Are you looking to enhance the beauty of your home or garden? Look no further than Clark Natural Stone, your go-to destination for rock, decorative stone, mulch, and even topsoil. With a wide range of high-quality natural stone products, Clark Natural Stone has something to fit your taste and style. Clark Natural Stone understands your unique wants and needs when it comes to turning your home into the talk of the town. So if you're looking to make the outside of your home as beautiful as your inside, go 5 miles east of Marion and talk to the folks at Clark Natural Stone. Clark Natural Stone, premier landscaping service of Southern Illinois.
At the Bank of Heron, we know the recipe for success begins with the right ingredients. So we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit accounts, added in helpful employees and a full trust department, and topped it off with a commitment of service to our communities. Put it all together, and it's clear why the Bank of Heron is a leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Heron is not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Carterville High School on your Friday night. It's Dave McKenzie and John Homan as we are getting you set for Lions basketball here. Don't forget, Carterville right back in action tomorrow night, another non-conference game. It's kind of weird. Here it is, the first week of February, and all 3 games this week have been non-conference games for the Lions.
That's kind of odd, isn't it?
It is
odd.
Year?
I mean,
now, next week it gets busy again.
Yeah, it does. And we'll certainly be wanting to keep our eye on that Heron-Murfreesboro game tonight, because
absolutely
that's going to separate knock one of the two teams out of first place and leave the winner with Carterville tied. So that should be interesting. But next week will be interesting as well, and we'll see how the Lions handle it. I think that if the Lions can get a win here tonight, they might get a little head of steam, because they've got another winnable game tomorrow night at home against AJ, although not an easy team to beat. And the Lions could, if they could come out 3-0 for the week, that could really spark some things for next week.
Of course, Anna Jonesboro on the road tonight at Benton, taking on the Rangers.
Yes,
so
that'll be tough.
Absolutely. Next week's schedule: Tuesday at Harrisburg, Friday at Massac. Those are the 2 big conference games.
Yes.
And then next Saturday, the Vandalia Vandals come back to Carterville High School, and then we wrap up the regular season a week from Thursday with Murfreesboro here at home.
Big
so
game.
that will be a big game,
yes,
especially if Murphy can knock off Heron tonight.
Yeah, and Murfreesboro will be coming in, for playing, basically all out, because they lost at home to Carterville. They'll want to come back and try to return the favor. So, we'll see how much is on the line that night. It could be everything on that last game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that game John's talking about, Carterville, that was back on January 12th at Murfreesboro, 49-41. Carterville got the win over the Red Devils of Murfreesboro. And Carterville beat Heron here at home 48-44 That was back on December 8th. Now, got beat at Heron last week, and that was a 55-40 win for the Heron Tigers. Both teams are back out on the floor after their pregame chats in the locker room, as we're just a couple of minutes away from the tip-off here this evening. But we'll keep you up to date on scores from around Southern Illinois. Tomorrow, wrestling regionals are going to be taking place at Heron High School. So coming up at halftime, we're going to talk with Zach Miller of Carterville High School. He's the #1 seed in the 285 division, and sharp dude, and he's going to kind of fill us in on Carterville High School being at the regionals tomorrow at Heron. But man, there's so much going on. You're going to regionals at Marion?
The Class 2A wrestling regional
right.
at Marion tomorrow. I'll be covering that, but we will have representation for the Southern at the Heron Regional. And then also we're going to cover the Carterville Carterville is a host site, but the host team is Carbondale over at the SI Bowl. You got the girls girls bowling regional tomorrow at the SI Bowl all day. So you got wrestling and bowling and basketball, and cheerleading.
Yeah.
Look how much is going on tomorrow.
There's a lot,
huh?
and don't forget,
wow.
Carterville boys participated in the final day of the bowling state tournament. And so, yeah, girls starting this weekend
yep.
At SI Bowl.
And the way I understand it, Carbondale's hosting it this weekend, but then in the sectional, it'll be back at the SI Bowl, just like it was supposed to be with the boys, and Carterville will be hosting it.
Yep.
So that's kind of odd, but last time they had to move the sectional to Mount Vernon because of electrical problems.
Yep.
But hopefully all been worked out, and so the SI Bowl will host back-to-back tournaments, a regional and a section.
Because Carbondale does not have a bowling alley.
Right.
That would be why.
They used to
except
have
for
one.
the rec.
Okay.
Or not the rec, but the student center.
Student center. They
Yeah.
had that when I was there, so
Yeah.
I guess it's the same one. I don't know. Long time ago.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to wrap up our McDonald's pregame show here for you. We're going to go on and take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off. It's the Carbondale Terriers against the Carterville Lions next on News Radio WJPF.
At Ron Ward Chevrolet in Heron, we are teaming up to bring you the best deal on your next vehicle. At Ron Ward, we always have over 100 cars to choose from. You can shop our entire selection at ronwardchevy.com. Come test drive your next vehicle, and we'll have the car and keys ready before you arrive. Now that's teamwork. So come see our team at Ron Ward Chevy in Heron. We support all of our Southern Illinois athletes. We wish you all the best.
Ron Ward Chevrolet. Just great deals at low prices. Ron Ward Chevrolet. Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and the experience that comes from 40 years in the business. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville is your York dealer. Charlie's wants to keep you comfortable no matter what the weather's like, as well as help you save money on your energy bill. There's a reason Charlie's has a reputation for excellence and integrity. Learn more about installing a new York system at charliesairandheat.com or call today for a free estimate. With York, install confidence.
This is News Radio 1340 WJPF Heron, W258DP Heron, 99.5 FM.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Happy Friday to you. Happy February, as a matter of fact, February 2nd. Happy Groundhog's Day to you, John
How
Holman.
about that? Yeah, he did not see his shadow, so that means warmer weather ahead.
We'll see.
For
But
an
there was
extended
what? They
period
had
of time.
3.5 feet of snow around him as he was looking
Are you doubting
at
Bill?
I am.
Doubting Bill?
Flip a coin.
Okay.
I think it's better odds if you flip a coin. The starters for Coach Jim Miller are being announced here this evening. And the Terriers are going to go with the 6'2 senior, number 3, DeCarl Payne, who comes into tonight's game averaging over 23 points a ball game. A freshman, 5'7", number 10, Davin Woolley. The 6' senior, number 11, Tennell Green. The 6'11 senior, number 25, Landon Love. and the 6'2" senior, number 44, Henry Harsey. For Coach Jim Miller, it's going to be Payne, Woolley, Green, Love, and Harsey, the starting 5 for the Terriers.
Well, this is the kind of non-conference game you kind of like. Two teams very close together in proximity. One from the South 7 Conference, one from the River Conference. And been good relations between these two communities in the past and should continue to be. And just make for a fun non-conference game, I think.
Of course, Jerrance Howard is out of the game.
Yeah.
He got hurt in the Mascoutah game, fractured his leg. And there was some question coming into tonight whether Jackson Marlowe Evans was going to be able to play. He did not play Tuesday night's game, but he is available to play tonight, and he comes in averaging over 8 points a ball game. The Carbondale cheerleaders give their welcome to the Carbondale side of the gym here this evening. Now the starters for Coach Shane Hawkins and your Carterville Lions. It'll feature the 5'11" senior, number 5, Josh Waller, the 6' senior, number 10, Brandon Skelcher, the 6' junior, number 11, Drew Barrington, the 6'2" sophomore, number 21, Colton Hawkins, and the 6'3" senior in the paint, number 25, Braden Wakey. Waller, Skelcher, Barrington, Hawkins, Wakey, the starting 5 for the Carterville Lions.
And it's been a steady lineup. The question is consistency. The Lions have played better of late. Can they keep building on that consistency, that some of the positive they've established?
Drew Barrington, the only player that's averaging in double figures for the Lions as he comes in averaging 14.1. Colton Hawkins is second in scoring at 9.3. And then you have Josh Waller and Brandon Skelcher that are right around 6.5 points a ball game. As the Lions have just finished their introductions, the Terriers are on the floor. We're glad to have you with us here this evening. You can listen here on 13 AM 1340, 99.5. You can head over to WJPF and listen online, or you can go over to YouTube and you can search Dave McKenzie or Carterville Lions and the Carbondale Terriers. The Lions break their huddle with Coach Shane Hawkins, and we are ready for basketball here this evening.
Getting a late start for that overtime JV game, but I know I didn't have anywhere else to go. I don't know about you.
No, stay right here with me, bud.
There you go.
You get paid for being here.
That's
tonight.
right.
The tip is out of bounds off the hands of Braden Wakey, and it's going to be Terrier basketball to start things off. That JV game, an overtime winner for Carbondale. They win it 39-38, but what a comeback for the Lions. They were down 31-19 starting play in the fourth.
Yes.
And Terriers hit a last-second shot to send it to overtime and tie the ball game up, but JV Terriers win 39-38. Terriers ball over on the far sideline. The first offensive set of the ball game, they get it in to DeCarl Payne. Payne up top. He has Waller, who picks up the defensive assignment here this evening on DeCarl Payne. He's going to have his hands full, and Josh is a pretty good defender. Over on the left side, and we have an illegal pick.
Going to go on Woolley.
And the first foul of the game.
And first turnover.
And, yep. On the Terriers. First possession for the Lions, and Carbondale's going to put pressure on the ball in the backcourt. As Drew Barrington will run the point for Coach Shane Hawkins. He easily breaks the pressure and throws his ball out of bounds. And it's fortunate for the Lions there's not a turnover right there.
Yeah, a little bit of a telegraph pass, and Terriers are athletic, and you can't make those kind of mistakes.
So it's Hawkins that triggers into Barrington. As we're just underway, no score. Skelcher takes the handoff, and they work it around top of the key. That's Hawkins, who feeds it to Wakey. High post now to Barrington on the right wing. Top of the key, three from Brandon Skelcher, no good. Ball tips right back out to Barrington. He takes it to the hole, pulls up at the paint, and finds Waller corner left. Carterville, couple opportunities on this first possession. Waller had his pass picked off. Each team now with one turnover and no score. Into the front court, they get it to Love down on the left wing. Bounce pass to Tennell Green, and now it's over toward the right side. That is to Carl Payne. Payne puts it up off the glass and good. Terriers are on the board. They lead it 2-0.
Very sweet turnaround move by the young man, and demonstrates a very high skill.
Carbondale 11-15 on the season. Carterville 12 and 11. Nice give and go and a nice feed to Wakey, and he missed the layup. He going for the dunk. It comes right back to him, and he reverses underneath and gets the bucket for the Lions to tie it up 2-2.
Did it the hard way, a reverse layup. Back to the basket.
After a failed blocked dunk. So 2-2 ball game, 6.5 here in the first quarter. Over top of the key, driving in, and the three left wing, no good from Woolley. And the rebound is tracked down by Carterville's Colton Hawkins. Gets it out to Barrington. He's on the run. Dishes to Waller. Corner three for Josh Waller. And an over-the-back call is going to be called on Brandon Skelcher.
First team foul for the Lions. Each team with one personal foul, one team foul.
Bringing the ball into the front court, Tanel Green for the Terriers. Carbondale moving right to left on your radio dial in the road black with the white numbers on the back. That's my ideal color combination for uniforms.
Easier to see.
It is easy to see for old eyes, I know that. Terriers have their pass picked off. Hawkins forces the second turnover the other way. It's Barrington on the runner with the right hand. He's on the board. Carterville has a 2-point lead. It's 4-2. And the Lions pick up pressure in the backcourt. Terriers break it easily. Davin Woolley holds between the circles, backs it up toward the logo, brings it to the left side toward the left wing. That's Green. Top of the key now to Harsey. Henry Harsey holds and works it to the right side, over on the right side of the circle. 5:15 remaining, 4-2 lead for the Lions. Shot no good from Davin Woolley, and the rebound to the Carterville Lions. Here's Barrington, head fake inside the arc, spin move, puts it off the glass and got hammered as he hit the floor. And it's going to be on Tanel Green that picks up the second team foul on the Terriers.
Good penetration by the junior point guard for the Lions. Barrington drew the contact. They'll shoot two.
Drew coming into the game averaging 14.1 points per ball game. And the first free throw a little bit short. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Beautiful downtown Carterville. They're your York dealer and proud to serve the region for over 40 years. Find out more. Go online, visit Charlie's Air Conditioning and Air and Heat. That's Charlie's Air and Heat.com. Barrington's second free throw too strong, and we have a whistle.
Apparently going to get another free throw, I guess.
Yep.
The Terriers stepped in the lane early, apparently.
May have been Harsey that got in there early. So a break for Barrington. Here is the second, or excuse me, the third. Wow. That one rims out too strong as well. So keeps the game a 4-2 ball game. Outlet pass, back door, block shot, but the putback is good. There to clean it up for the Terriers was Jason Marlowe Evans.
No, it was Harsey. Harsey on the step back, I believe. Yeah. Excellent, ran the floor well, followed.
4-4 ball game. 4:40 remaining, Carterville's ball. Here's Hawkins, top of the key to Skelcher. Skelch left wing, down low to Wakey. Wakey works his way into the paint, finds Hope in Hawkins. His three, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Carl Payne. He's going to take it across midcourt himself to the corner left. Around the screen with the ball, Marlowe Evans dishes it now to Love. And toward the corner, that's Green. Top of the key to Carl Payne. Head fake jumper, no good. Long rebound is grabbed by Skelcher for the Lions. Halfway through the first quarter, low-scoring ball game tied at 4-4. Bounce pass to the high post. That's Hawkins, who gets it back to Barrington. Baseline drive. Passes around the defense to Hawkins, back to Barrington, and dribbles it out between the circles. Resets the offense. Shane Hawkins pacing the sidelines. Sets the play. Good give and go into the paint. Now around to the left wing. Top of the key, Barrington. Now it's Waller that holds. Looking inside. Good patience by the Lions on offense. Skip pass, open three. Waller too strong off the back of the iron, and the rebound grabbed by Harsey for the Terriers. They get it out to Payne into the front court. That's Green. Top of the key, driving in is Love. He puts it off the glass and got the touch. As Landon Love is on the board for the Terriers, they lead it by 2. It's 6-4.
Lions 0 for 4 on three-pointers in the early going. Let's hope that turns around soon.
Just over 3 here in the opening quarter. Waller into the front court. Corner right, Skelcher launches the three. There's Brandon Skelcher for you.
Yep. The streak is broken.
Gives the Lions the 1-point lead. It's 7-6. 1 for 5 now, if I remember correctly.
You're right.
2:45. Terriers ball. Payne feeds it in the post. Harsey off the glass. Too strong. And a good rebound there by Skelcher. He's doing a good job on the boards here this evening. Outlet pass to Wakey. He takes it. Bounce pass to Waller at his feet. And feed it right back to Skelcher. Great ball movement by the Lions. Skelch back-to-back trays for Carterville. And the Lions are up 10-6.
Quick release there by the senior Skelcher.
Good ball movement on the offensive sets, on the cuts. That's what's nice. Terriers ball. There's Marlo Evans to the elbow. Jumper left side, puts it up. No good. Hawkins the rebound for Carterville with 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. Barrington across the key, finds Waller. His three rims in and out, and then back, stays out.
Can't buy one right now.
No. Love the rebound, and the Terriers. Ball tipped by Colton Hawkins, and it's going to stay with the Terriers.
He's asking for help, though.
I think that's Carterville ball.
We're going to call it a jump ball because I think we're going to call a jump ball, and well, not sure, but that's what I thought they were indicating.
So it's going to be Carbondale ball on the far sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Triggering in to Nell Green. Green, who wears number 11. And that's an illegal touch. And the turnover gives it back to the Lions. Third turnover on the Terriers. Carterville with just one turnover here in this first quarter. Minute 45 remaining. Lions have a 4-point lead, and a push is going to be called on Tennell Green. That's going to be foul number 2 on Tennell. Lions ball, far sideline. Carterville moving left to right. Green comes out, checking back into the game. Davin Woolley, the 5'7" freshman for Coach Jim Miller. They get it into Barrington. He got an opening to the lane, takes the contact, missed the shot. He's slow to get up on the baseline to the right. He finally does. Terriers in the front court. Bounce pass to Marlo Evans. Backdoor feed to Love. Off the glass, ball slipped out of his hand, and a foul called on Braden Wakey. First on Braden, second team foul on Carterville. They actually say it was on Hawkins.
Oh, I'll be darned. Like you, I thought it was on Wakey.
At the line. The first free throw is good for Landon Love. He's got 3 here in the ballgame. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702. International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, providing better lifestyle for members, better life for all. 2 for 2 from the stripe is Landon Love. 4 in the game. Pulls the Terriers to within 2 with 1:25 remaining here in the opening quarter. Barrington finally across the timeline, dribbles to the free throw line, and a bump foul from behind. I'm going to quit calling numbers until I actually see what they post on the board as they get Brandon Skelcher. His second.
No. That's it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's going to be on Woolley, isn't it?
Yeah, Woolley.
Had the right number, though, 10.
I did. Minute 15 and counting. Barrington. As Caden Wilson's in the game, as is Alex Kimbrough for the first time this evening. Over on the right wing, pass tipped around, but Barrington saves it from going into the backcourt. Under a minute remaining here. Barrington, top of the key, right side. That's Wilson, head fake, baseline drive, and he stepped on the end line with that right foot, and that's the second turnover here on the Lions in this first quarter. Early on in the season, all the way up until about the midwinters, Carterville was averaging probably around 20 turnovers a ball game. Now they're averaging, I would guess, John, probably
10 or under.
Probably 10 or under.
Yeah.
Spin move by DeCarl Payne, the bucket and the foul. Yeah. DeCarl Payne spins in the paint, gets the layup to fall, and he's going to the line for the 3-point play.
That's going to be on Wilson, his first.
So Skelch comes back in, replacing Alex Kimbrough, who checks out. And Carl Payne, the 6'2 senior, averaging 23 a ball game. Is at the line. The free throw is good. 5 in the game now for DeCarl. With 37 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Lions break the press. Right side of the circle is Hawkins. To Skelch. Dribbles a couple of times, pulls up, reverses back and forth, and finds Barrington. 20 seconds.
Zone. Like they like that zone tonight, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Skelcher, Carterville trying to find the opening, but they'll hold for the final shot. Barrington, left side. Now it comes back to him, top of the key with 10, 9, 8 on the clock. Skelcher across the top, 5 on the clock, 3 on the clock. Barrington has the ball, 1 on the clock. Shot at the buzzer, no good. And that ends the first quarter. Carbondale has the 1-point lead on the Carterville Lions. It's 11-10 as we head to the second here on News Radio WJPF.
River Radio Sports Central is in gyms everywhere this winter. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook Friday nights after the games for Friday Night Live, presented by SI Towing in Marion. On Facebook and Twitter, go like and follow River Radio Sports Central. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Reynolds Exteriors, Marion Chevy, and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook Friday night for Friday Night Live, presented by SI Towing.
Okay.
At Southern Illinois Rejuvenation Center, their process is simple: to rejuvenate the youthful appearance of the face. For the best results, it takes a specialist. The Southern Illinois Rejuvenation Center is the only facility in the Southern Illinois region with the technology, proven equipment, and quality products that all merge to create an experience that cannot be replicated. They work closely with you to create custom solutions to achieve your ideal look. For a complimentary consultation, visit them online at rejuvenatesi.com.
We're heading to the second quarter here at Carterville High School, and the Terriers have the lead. It's 11-10.
Well, interesting first quarter. Not a high-scoring quarter, but the Lions need to find a way to get a little bit more offense, and a couple of baskets down low would be nice. Of course, hitting the 3 would be nice. The Lions were missed their first 4, then made 2 of their last 3 attempts.
It's going to be Carterville basketball. As Barrington gets the play call from Coach Shane Hawkins. Carbondale still showing that 2-1-2 zone. Now they back it, it's actually a 2-3 zone. So Barrington back and forth with the dribble. Sun comes right side to Skelch, back to Barrington. Wakey cuts through, bounce pass left side, winds up in the corner to Skelcher. His 3, no good. Rebound, Caden Wilson, head fake it off the glass and good for Caden Wilson. He's on the books with 2. Carbondale picks off the pass, a 4th on the Terriers. Here come the Lions back with the 1-point lead. A 3 from Colton Hawkins off the back of the rim, no good. Outlet pass for Marlowe, and he runs over the defender, and a foul going to be called on the Lions.
Beyond Barrington.
It's going to be the first on Drew. First team foul on the Lions here in the second quarter. Coming back into the game, it's going to be Tennell Green as he replaces Landon Love. Carbondale ball. And it's with Marlowe Evans. To the corner. That's to Carl Payne. They work it around to Woolley. Bounce pass to the right corner. Marlowe Evans. Winds up with Marlowe Evans in the left corner. Top of the key now. Right wing 3, good from Tennell Green. His first field goal of the game gives the Terriers the 2-point lead. It's 14-12.
Their first triple of the night, 1 out of 3 from the field on 3s.
6.5 remaining. Carterville's ball. Looks like it's taken Carterville a while to kind of figure out this zone, what they want to do. Like every possession, they got to get everybody in the right place. Open 3 from Wilson is good. 5 off the bench for Caden Wilson. Lions have the 1-point lead, 15-14. Jumper from Green, no good. Colton Hawkins the rebound. Carterville's ball, corner three, Skelch, oh, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Davin Woolley. Woolley to Green. Crossover dribble, takes it to the block, pulls up, foot drag not called. Top of the key three is good though. Another Santa two-pointer. His foot was on the line from Jackson Marlowe Evans. That's his first field goal.
That was a good call by the official.
16-15, a 1-point lead. Top of the key now, left wing. Barrington, Skelcher back and forth. Top to left. Now they bring it right side to Wilson. Back to Barrington. Carterville looks a little more organized this time. Wilson shot air ball, but Wakey's there to clean it up. Brayton with 4 in the game. And Carterville's on top now. A 1-point lead, 17-16. Terriers ball on the right wing. It's Green, top of the key to Woolley. He dribbles and gets it to Marlowe Evans. Jackson, the 5'11" sophomore. Now they go corner left to Woolley. Woolley dribbles around, has Barrington on him defensively. Top of the key, they feed it to Green, and they tried to get it in the paint to Carl Payne, but a foul on Carterville. Caden Wilson picks up the foul. That's his second. And so quickly, Alex Kimbrough gets up off the bench to come get Caden Wilson. And so now, Terrier ball, baseline left, 4:50 on the clock. 17-16, Lions. The 1-point lead, and a travel was called on the Terriers for their second turnover here in the second quarter.
They don't call that travel at the next level, but I guess they do call it here.
They do. So Carterville trying to extend this 1-point lead. Right wing, Skelch. Dribbles one time, finds Barrington, now left wing to Hawkins. Back to Drew Barrington. Feeds it into the post, a bump there, not called, ball loose, and Barrington gets it for Carterville. Right side, Skelcher to Barrington. They feed the free throw line. That's Wakey, takes it to the rim, up and under, no good. Rebound, Kimbrough, throws it up top. Now it's corner left, head fake by Hawkins. Bounce pass down low to Wakey. Carterville can reset the offense. 4 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. 17-16, 1-point lead for the Lions. It's Barrington feeds the post. Now they find Hawkins left wing. Top of the key, back to Barrington. Behind the back to Hawkins. To Drew. Carterville's great patience on this possession. Running the clock. Barrington to Hawkins, back to Drew. Right side to Skelch. Head fake by Drew, back to Drew Barrington. Brandon Skelcher has it on the right wing. To Wakey. Dribbles through, finds an open shot from Barrington. Good! Drew Barrington. Boy, that was a good possession by the Lions.
Took a lot of time off the clock, and Drew buried it from the top of the key. And that's what we saw a lot of early in the year. Haven't seen enough of it here in the second half.
4-point lead.
Capable.
4-point lead for the Lions, 20-16. Marlowe to Payne. Payne dribbles on Kimbrough, corner right. That's Green. He dribbles out, now gets it to Marlowe Evans. He takes it to the paint, and a bump foul on Carterville. It's on the floor before the shot.
It's on Skelcher, I believe.
And that's going to be number 2.
Oh, they're going to call. No?
Barrington, right?
Calling on Barrington, okay.
So they wing it up top, picked off. Drew takes it away. Length of the floor, off the glass, the bucket, and the foul. The foul on Davin Woolley and Drew Barrington. An opportunity at the 3-point play.
Yeah, just an outstanding body control move there by Drew, drawing the contact and making the shot.
And Woolley has 3 personal fouls, and he has to go to the bench.
Yep.
So Drew, with 7 in the game, to lead all scorers, a chance to tack on the free throw. This time he's good. And he's got 8. Carterville, biggest lead of the game. It's 23-16, 2:50 remaining. Terriers ball, taking it into the paint. Love, the runner, no good. Blocked by Wakey. Lions have a 3-on-1. The outlet pass, and Kimbrough short arms the layup. And We have a timeout that's called by Coach Jim Miller. 2:40 remaining here in the second quarter. Lions lead it 23-16 here on News Radio WJPF. Back in 30.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
This Carterville Lions broadcast is brought to you by Polar Whip, where you can come taste the legend. Polar Whip and Energy, a Southern Illinois tradition now featuring car hops. Call 618-988-9210, and they'll have it waiting for you. When you arrive, they'll bring it right out to your car. Coming out of the timeout, Terrier basketball. 23-16, the 7-point lead for the Lions. Over on the right wing, they feed it down low to Harsey. Pulls up the dribble, backdoor feed in the paint, and a travel should have been called and is for the 4th turnover on the Terriers here in this second quarter. They've got 7 overall in the ball game. Alex Kimbrough checks out. Josh Waller comes back onto the floor for Coach Shane Hawkins. And Lions ball left to right here with 2:20 remaining. 23-16, Lions the lead. Barrington across the logo, finds Wakey, who comes out high, takes the basketball to Colton. That backdoor feed just a little bit too far for Brandon Skelcher. And the first turnover on Carterville here in the second quarter, their 3rd of the game, gives the ball back to the Terriers. 2 minutes, 2:05 to be exact. Terriers with the basketball to Carl Payne on the left wing. Keeps it himself. Carterville D broke down. He took it right to the rack, as he should. 7 for DeCarl Payne. And it's a 23-18 lead, 5 points for the Lions.
I'm a little surprised Payne doesn't touch it more than what he does.
That was a great move on that one. Out high on the post is Wakey. They try the backdoor feed, and that time Carbondale was waiting on it, but the Terriers turn it right back over for their 5th turnover here in the second quarter. Minute 25 remaining. Lions with a 5-point lead. It's 23-18. Hawk off the right circle, feeds it to Skelcher, off the glass and good.
Nice move.
That was a nice move. 8 in the game for Brandon Skelcher. Terriers ball, though, to Carl Payne. Backs up toward midcourt. Waller on him defensively. To the elbow, to the block, off the glass and good. He just finds a way to get the shot off, doesn't he?
He does. Very impressed with the young man.
9 in the contest here this evening. Under a minute to play. 5-point lead for the Lions with the basketball, 25-20.
You might remember his older brother. Played for Logan, a standout. Davon Tavius Payne.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
I didn't put two and two together.
I'm pretty sure that's his older brother.
That may be. I think you're exactly right.
Almost positive, yeah.
Carterville looks to hold as Barrington standing out at the hash on the right side. Carbondale still settled back in that 2-3 zone. There's 20 seconds remaining. Carbondale's content to let the clock run. Carterville's content to let the clock run. Now with 13, Carterville starts to move. Barrington dishes to Waller right side. Top of the key, long 3. Hawkins, good for Colton Hawkins. His first field goal of the game, a big one, a 3-pointer with 3 seconds. Terriers throw the ball away. Carterville can get another shot here before closing out this half.
What a good time for Hawk to knock down his first shot of the game.
It was.
There's a 3-ball.
8-point lead for Carterville. Shane Hawkins having a conversation with the official right in front of the scores bench.
Thought he's calling the signals for the next play, right up in the quarterback slot.
They get it to Barrington with 2, with 1. The shot is no good. Good peek from Barrington, but that ends the first quarter. It was 11-10 at the end of the first quarter. It's 28-20. Carterville has the 8-point lead here over the Carbondale Terriers. Stay with us. Our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal halftime report is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
When it comes to air conditioning and heating, there's only one name you need to know. Over 40 years ago, Charlie decided if he was going to put his name on his air conditioning and heating business, he better do things right. So he decided to make sure Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating would be a company you could depend on. Charlie's would love to be your air conditioning and heating company. Only one name you need to know. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Charlie'sAirandHeat.com.
Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Joe's Lawn Service, Carterville, is a locally owned and operated business serving Southern Illinois for over 20 years, specializing in much more than commercial or residential lawn care. Joseph McMahon and his crew can do snow removal, bush hogging, tree trimming or tree removal, landscaping maintenance, and much more. Call 534-8148. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. 534-8148. That's 534-8148.
With the McDonald's app, you can get your favorite thing delivered to your door, so you can eat your favorite thing while you watch your favorite thing at home. Order McDelivery in the McDonald's app.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher.
This is John Holman. Zach Miller.
You're that guy that's making all those tackles in the football season, weren't you?
In the McDonald's app.
You had a heck of a season, buddy. You really did. You and the team both.
With the McDonald's app.
Big dog.
Yeah, he was.
Big dog.
Absolutely.
Hey, welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Holman with you. We're at the half here. It's 28-20. Carterville, a good second quarter, John Holman.
You know, outstanding finish to the quarter, that's for sure. But the Lions went from a point deficit to an 8-point lead here at the half. That's a 9-point turnaround. And had a couple of big shots, you know, Hawk with the three. You had Drew Barrington, you know, penetrating the lane after hitting a three ball and got the 3-point play. So 6 points in consecutive trips down the floor. So, yeah, absolutely.
Carbondale's led by the 9 points from DeCarl Payne, 2 from Jackson Marlowe Evans, 3 from Tennell Green, 4 from Landon Love, and 2 from Henry Harsey. Carterville led by the 8 points from Brandon Skelcher and Drew Barrington each. Caden Wilson, good minutes off the bench. He's got 5. 4 for Braden Wakey, and that big 3 from Colton Hawkins right there before the end of the half. 28-20 is our score. F-time report brought to you by Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal. Tomorrow at Heron, it's going to be the wrestling regionals, and the number 1 seed in the 285-pound division. Carterville Lions offensive lineman, wrestler, does everything, waiting to hear where he's going to go to college, won't tell me where he's going to go. Zach Miller joins us, and Zach, it's hard to believe, number 1, that football season's done. Number 2, it's the end of the season for wrestling, and you know, it's that time of year.
For sure. You know, I've been looking forward to this moment for a long time. You know, started wrestling as a sophomore in high school, so kind of had a late start, and wrestling's one of those sports where if you're not doing it your whole life, you're behind on the game. But, you know, I've been looking forward to this point. My senior year, first year made it to sectionals. Second year made it to sectionals, almost went to state and fell just short of it. So this year, you know, we're going to win the regional, go to sectionals, win it, and hopefully go to state and win that one too.
Yeah, and it's not just an individual sport. This is a team sport as well. Kind of explain how that works for team-wise.
Right, so we've got 13 guys competing out of 14 tomorrow, and we've got a lot of guys who are seeded and some unseeded, but some guys who can for sure make a run. And so as each wrestler wins, you know, it gets us points and, you know, puts us on the board for a team score. And whoever wins regionals as a team goes to team state, which is a big honor, you know, and every team for sure looks forward to that. I know it'd be our first time in school history going to team state, and we for sure got a chance to do that. So as a team, we're looking forward to do that for sure tomorrow.
You said you didn't start wrestling until you were a sophomore.
Yes, sir.
You had an outstanding junior football year, a wonderful senior year. Talk about the impact that wrestling played in your development and improvement the last 2 years of high school on the football field.
For sure, you know, so I'm a big D lineman, big D line guy, and so the hip mobility and stuff like that, that wrestling that you have to have in wrestling, that you also have to have in football, you know, it just correlated. And, you know, stand low and stand in good position, you know, kind of always stand in a stance, that stuff correlates and goes hand in hand, and it really helped me, you know, on and off the field, honestly. So that was a big thing for me, is just getting in wrestling, working on my hips and getting better, because, you know, we truly want to make whatever sport I decide to go to college for will last as long as possible.
I'd like to know if you could tell me who's been the toughest foe that you've matched up against so far this winter.
We'd probably have to go with the number 2 kid in 2A from Champaign Centennial. Saw him out at the biggest tournament of the year, Murdale, and unfortunately lost. Really good guy going to McKendree for football and wrestling. Would love to see him again, would love to wrestle him again, but, just made a couple mistakes that you can't make in a match when you're going up against an opponent like that. But for sure, he was the toughest guy I've seen this season.
Well, maybe you'll see him in the state finals.
I wish.
Hey, you talk about the development that happens in it and how much it improves in football. What you're really talking about is leverage, how to use leverage, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you what time does things get started tomorrow, do you know?
9 a.m. at Heron.
At Heron High School. If you haven't, there will be 3 mats out on the floor. There will be 3 matches going on at a time.
Yes,
it is exciting to watch wrestling. I hated wrestling in high school.
It's honestly very exciting, especially for me tomorrow. I'm going for my 100th career win. I'd be the first person in Carterville history to ever do that. So that's really big. Speaking of my wrestling partner last year broke every Carterville record that there was. I'm going to go set the win record tomorrow and set things straight for Carterville.
You're not pumped, are you?
Oh, I'm super pumped. I'm ready to get on the mat right now.
I can tell you. Now, my last question is this. Are you going to tell me where you're going to go to college?
Right, I'll give you a top 2 right now. Illinois College and Milliken. For sure, we're going to be making a decision here pretty soon. But that's my top 2 right now.
I'll take that. That's all I'm going to get. I know.
Yes, sir,
so
yes,
I'm
sir.
going to have to stop right there. That's Zach Miller, and he's going to be wrestling tomorrow at regionals with the Carterville Lions. Good luck tomorrow,
Yes,
buddy.
sir. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Zach. And we'll go on and take another break here on our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal halftime report on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now offers
Thanks,
interest
brother.
with their
Appreciate it.
free
Good luck
checking
tomorrow,
with
man.
e-statements
Go get 'em.
accounts. Sign up for
Take
free
care. Good
checking
luck.
and start
Good
earning
luck.
a
Good luck.
dividend on
Good
balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees.
Dave,
Sign up for
breaking some
e-statements.
news there.
Get access to over
How about
85,000
that?
free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply
Murfreesboro,
online
20 to
at
13 at the half.
SIUCU.org. Membership required. Insured by NCUA.
Unbelievable.
Are you looking to enhance the beauty of your home or garden?
13.
Look no further than Clark Natural Stone, your go-to destination for rock, decorative stone, mulch, and even topsoil. With a wide range of high-quality natural stone products, Clark Natural Stone has something to fit your taste and style. Clark Natural Stone understands your unique wants and needs when it comes to turning your home into the talk of the town. So if you're looking to make the outside of your home as beautiful as your inside, go 5 miles east of Marion and talk to the folks at Clark Natural Stone. Clark Natural Stone, premier landscaping service of Southern Illinois.
Punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and the
I got one more break,
that
right?
comes from 40 years in the business.
That's
Charlie's
correct.
Conditioning
If
and
you
Heating
need
in Carterville is your York dealer. Charlie's wants to keep you
You can do a
comfortable no matter
60
what
if
the
you
weather's
want,
like,
but yeah, we
as
should
well
have
as
one
help
more.
you save money on your energy bill. There's a reason Charlie's has a reputation for excellence and integrity. Learn more about installing a new York system at charliesairandheat.com or call today for a free estimate. With York, install confidence.
Basketball taking place throughout Southern Illinois. What was the score that you had?
Murfreesboro leading at the half at home against Heron by a surprising score of 20 to 13. Points optional.
Let's see if we got any finals here this evening. Central over Columbia, 51-37. Goreville knocks off Christopher, 56-42. It was Centralia over Marion, 40-35 this evening.
That's a good ball game.
Waltonville over Grayville, 72-59. Scores that we have that are in progress right now. Let's see, Benton and Anna Jonesboro. Benton 43-26. Mount Vernon big over Cahokia this evening by 30, 54-24. That game's still in progress. Early, Chester over Redbud 2013. Sparta over Oakville 52-49. Westland and Carlisle tying at 40. Carmine White County over Flora 47-40. And Central over Mater Day 35-30.
Anything on that Massac at Harrisburg game, maybe?
We'll have to look. I didn't see anything.
I know somebody there, so let's see if I can dig that up. I did dig up some team stats for the first half.
We got to take a break.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go right ahead.
We'll be back and have second half action coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor account activity, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We'd love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
River Radio Sports Central is in gyms everywhere this winter. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook Friday nights after the games for Friday Night Live, presented by SI Towing in Marion. On Facebook and Twitter, go like and follow River.
You want it back now?
We'll take it,
River
yes.
Radio Sports Central, powered by Reynolds Exteriors, Marion Chevy, and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook Friday night for Friday Night Live, presented by SI Towing.
Back at Carterville High School, Lions lead at 28-20. Massac up 62-50 over
Harrisburg. At Harrisburg. Patriots have been struggling a little bit of late, and they look like they're trying to get a little bit of revenge tonight against the Berg.
You said you had a couple of stats?
A couple of stats. The Lions were 11 out of 26 from the floor, 42%, 4 out of 14 on threes, 28%. Carbondale 8 out of 16, 50%, and 1 out of 3 on threes, 33%.
So it's Carbondale basketball here. Coming out of the halftime break, they're moving left to right on your radio dial. First possession of the second half. Nice feed down low to Green. His shot partially blocked. He gets his rebound, puts it up, no good. Harsey had the rebound, and the ball stripped out of his hands by Colton Hawkins. Lions up 8, 28-20. Moving right to left in the home whites here this evening. Top of the key, they feed it high post to Hawkins. He dribbles out, back behind the back pass to Barrington. Now right side to Waller. Back to Barrington, top of the key. Over on the right corner, Skelcher, who had 8 first half points. Hawkins has it, hit that big 3 to close out the first half for the Lions. Good ball movement once again by Carterville. Barrington tried to feed it down low to Wakey. Wakey went right, and the ball went left in the first turnover of the second half on the Lions. Carterville with only 5 turnovers in this game. Carbondale with 10. 11, yeah.
Right.
28-20. Terriers ball, though. Right corner. Green dribbles it around. Harsey comes out to the high post. Wakey on him. Over to the left wing to Carl Payne. The right-hand dribble. Almost a double team there as Wakey come out to help. Good D. Driving in. A bump from Green. Not called. A jumper. Right left wing is good for Landon Love. 6 in the game for Love. 28-22. Lions with the 6-point lead and the ball. Barrington between the circles. Back and forth with a left-right dribble. Right wing to Hawkins. Backdoor feed and off the glass from Barrington. And he just couldn't get it to go. Terriers get the rebound. Here's Green. Right wing. Looks inside. Pulled up the dribble. Gets it to Payne. Payne to the free throw line. Jumper there. Short. Out of bounds. That should have been off Harsey, and it is. And it's going to be Carterville basketball. Nice to see Coach Jim Miller back on the sideline, isn't it?
It is. Hall of Famer, retired for a few years, came back, and I'm glad to see him back on the sidelines. Very good coach.
And one of the few coaches that you'll see that wears a dress shirt and a tie on the sideline. 3 from Skelcher. That was no good off the top of the backboard. And the Terriers get the rebound. And, man, they're kind of letting the guys play a little bit, aren't they?
Some bodies flying out there, and a lot of no calls, as you said.
6-point lead. Terriers would like to cut that down. Harsey comes out, sets the screen. Payne launches the 3. Off the iron, no good. Out of bounds. Stepping on, we got a foul on the floor, maybe on Skelcher, and it is.
His first one. Wilson checking back in.
Second personal on Skelch. He checks out.
Oh, I guess I missed one. Okay.
So Caden Wilson checks in. It's going to be to Carl Payne. It's going to trigger from the baseline right. They get it into Harsey. Finds Marlo Evans, his jumper, no good. Good rebound from Braden Wakey. Carterville looking to extend this 6-point lead. Barrington leaves it for Hawkins. He takes it in the paint, dishes left side. Waller's got an open three. Good for Josh Waller. Josh averaging 6 a game. He's finally in the scorebook here with a three-pointer. And Lions, the biggest lead of the game, it's 31-22. The 9-point lead. Carl Payne, reverse, waits on the defender, and the layup is good.
Smooth Operator is a song was played in the 70s.
Shot A.
That's right. That's what Mr. Payne is.
31-24. Barrington taking his time. Finds Wilson. Now back to Drew. Shane Hawkins holds up the play call. Right side to Waller, who just hit that three. Top of the key to Barrington, back to Waller. Dribbles one time to Drew, left wing to Caden. Back to Drew, top of the key. Back to Wilson. He's on the left wing. Back and forth. Carterville's patience on the offensive set all night has been outstanding. They feed the post. That's Hawkins.
Good
Backdoor feed to Wakey. And he tried to dunk, and it was too strong.
We have a foul call, or was it? Yeah.
And it's going to be a foul on Harsey. Henry Harsey just picked up his first. Beautiful feed.
Was a beautiful feed by Hawkins.
A no-look pass, like Patrick Mahomes-esque.
Yeah. He just couldn't finish this particular one, but he did draw a foul.
Braden Wakey's free throw is good. 5 in the game for Braden. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Steve and Rich's Barber Styling on Division Street in Carterville. Open Tuesday Tuesday through Friday from 8 to 5. Saturday from 8 until 2. Second free throw. Lions back to a 9-point lead, 33-24. Marlo Evans has it. Backs it up. Now crosses over to the left side. There's Woolley with it back in the game. Davin playing with 3 fouls. They tried to feed it backdoor cut to Marlo Evans and couldn't connect. Ball goes out of bounds. Hey, of course, next week is Super Bowl weekend. This week they ran the Madden NFL simulation to see what they think the score will be next week. Yep. You know what the final score was predicted for Super Bowl?
I'm going to guess. I'm going to say 42-38.
You would be incorrect.
Okay.
The Madden simulation predicted the score would be San Francisco 10, Kansas City 6.
Oh, my. That's ridiculous.
We'll see if that pans out.
No way.
Wouldn't that be something? Man, people would lose their minds if it was a 10-6 Super Bowl.
Scoreboard's going to be lit up
33
next Sunday.
33-24 is our score here. Carterville, Barrington feeds it down low to Wakey. Whipping it around now. Backdoor feed to Wilson. He got hit hard. Ball came loose, no call. And a turnover, the second of this third quarter, and another foul on Harsey. It's his second here in about the last 60 seconds. It's going to be Carterville basketball, baseline left. Coming into the game is going to be Michael Green. He replaces Harsey, who comes to the bench. That's 6'3", Green coming in for 6'2", Harsey. Top of the key, Wakey with the Lions. Dribbles, one time, just hands it to Barrington. Now it's Hawkins, back to Drew Barrington. 2:50 remaining. Lions have the 9-point lead. It's 33-24. Coming on, Carterville. Drew just lost the handle on the basketball. Goes out of bounds, comes right back to Carbondale. Don't forget, we'll name our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game in our post game. Terrier ball. Down corner left. Now it was Woolley that bobbled the pass, and a travel is called on the freshman, Davin Woolley. 4th turnover here in the third. Tomorrow morning, Sports Voice with Murph and Hudson from 8 until 10. Carterville will be back in action tomorrow night. Anna Jonesboro Wildcats will be here. And that'll wrap up 3 consecutive home games for the Lions tomorrow evening. Pregame at 7:30. Pass out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lions.
Now, if I were to get up early enough, I could actually hear you sing in the morning. Is that correct?
You could.
I could.
Saturday morning oldie show, yeah. There's a lot of singing.
You sing along with some of the tunes, you mean?
Oh, yeah. Door open. Just to annoy Murph and Hudson.
I guess so, yeah.
And over the back call is called on Drew Barrington as he and Woolley tied up going for the ball. Drew just picked up his third. And the turnover.
Number 8, right?
Yep. The fourth here in this quarter. There's 2:10 remaining. Tomorrow's a full day for me, I know that. Down low with the ball. Green, the reverse layup is good for Michael Green.
Instant offense.
Yeah, he is. 33-26. Minute 55 remaining. Caden Wilson. That was a hard drive, and he paid a price. Gets the bucket. 7 for Caden Wilson, and a timeout on the floor with a minute 50 remaining here in the third quarter. 30-second timeout. Lions lead it 35-26 here on News Radio WJPF.
At Ron Ward Chevrolet in Heron, we are teaming up to bring you the best.
Got to remember, both those teams have good defense. The current over-under is 47.5, and the spread currently 2.5. I think it's going to be closer to 42-30. Always tough in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is.
Low prices. Ron Ward Chevrolet.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. In Carterville, York dealer and proud to serve the region for over 40 years. Find out more at charliesairandheat.com. Coming out of the timeout, Terrier basketball down 9, 35-26. With the ball now, it's now Green. Gets the screen, takes it to the block, kicks it corner. 3 from Woolley, short. Green the rebound, loses his footing, finds his brother Michael Green, and the ball out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Terriers. Coming out of the game is going to be Jackson Marlowe Evans. It's a Terrier basketball. 30-27, Heron leading Murfreesboro in the third.
Turned that around pretty quick.
Yeah, they did. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lions. Minute 14. The trigger in. Barrington. Midcourt on the logo to Hawkins. Left of the circle, backdoor feed to Hawkins, and a travel. A lot of travels called here this evening.
Yeah.
The turnover, the 5th on the Lions here in this third quarter. That's more than they had the entire first half. 35-26, under 1 to play. To Carl Payne in the paint. Jumper is no good from Landon Love. Lions get the board. So Carterville looks like they'll hold for the final shot as we're ticking our way under 40 seconds. Wilson, right of the circle. That's Kimbrough. Alex has the Carl Payne on him defensively. Left wing now to Barrington. Top of the key to Hawkins. Colton back to Drew Barrington. Under 30 now. 25. Wilson to Kimbrough. Alex looks inside. Wakey comes up to the high post. Up top now to Hawkins to Barrington. 15 on the clock. To Hawkins. Whips it corner right to Kimbrough. Top of the key. Barrington, spin move, got tied up to Carl Payne, reached in, and he's going to pick up the foul. With 7 seconds remaining, DeCarl just picked up his first personal. So Carterville with 7.2 on the clock, looking to close out this third quarter. Maybe on a make, get to a double-digit lead for the first time this evening.
They've boosted the lead by a point so far from 8 to 9, so 9 to 12 would be even better, right?
Carbondale led by 1 at the end of the first quarter. It was 11-10. Carterville had the 8-point lead at the break, 28-20. Barrington to the glass. He threw it up underneath the basket, and it's saved. Shot at the buzzer from DeCarl Payne off the back of the iron. Man, that was close.
Yes, it was.
But no basket. Carterville has the lead here this evening on the Carbondale Terriers as we head to the fourth. It's 35-26. Fourth quarter action next on News Radio WJPF.
Don't let
Okay.
WJPF.
Hey, everybody online, thank you for watching.
99.5 FM.
We're going to the fourth quarter here at Carterville. The Lions have the 9-point lead. It's 35-26.
Just need 8 more minutes of good basketball.
Carterville's ball.
Wakey was calling for it. They didn't get it to him.
Skelcher to the elbow. Now reverses it outside to Wilson, who gets it to the point guard, Drew Barrington. Drew got an opening into the paint, bounce pass to Wakey. Baseline, lost the handle, and a turnover on Carterville. Gives it to the Terriers. Payne comes around the screen from Green, takes it to the hole, rims out. Ball on the floor, Barrington gets it. Carterville's got a 3-on-3. Now corner left to Skelcher to Barrington. Shane Hawkins losing his ever-loving mind over on the sideline, and a turnover number 2 here in the fourth quarter.
Thought it was Mark Imhoff out there.
Or Rich Herron, one of the two. But we got a player down
I didn't see
for
the
the
player
Terriers.
injury. Did not see that.
Here on below the bucket. I didn't see it here.
It's Michael Green. But I don't see what the look like. He's reaching back toward his ankle.
We'll take a break. Lions lead at 35-26 here on News Radio WJPF.
At Southern Illinois Rejuvenation Center, their process is simple: to rejuvenate the youthful appearance of the face. For the best results, it takes a specialist.
Go 60,
the
please.
Southern Illinois Rejuvenation Center.
That's a safe call. 60-second break.
Just 30.
They
Oh,
work
really?
closely with you to create.
I would have thought you did save. Yeah, ankle.
I tell you what, this Carbondale Terrier team has been dealing with some injuries this year. Jerrance Howard, who averages 8 points a game, is out for the rest of the season. He had suffered a fractured leg. And Michael Green, here, an ankle injury, it appears, as he comes to the bench. There was some question whether Jackson Marlowe Evans was going to play tonight. He is on the floor and has played this evening. Carterville's ball. Ball is tipped around in the third possession, third turnover for the Lions here in the fourth quarter.
Good hustle by Hawk.
Yep.
Knocked the ball out of bounds. Would have been a layup otherwise.
For Landon Love. Instead, it's going to be Terrier basketball as they trail by 9 points, 7 minutes exactly remaining here in this fourth quarter. Carbondale 11-15 on the season. Carterville looking to go two games above 500. Left wing 3 is good for DeCarl Payne, though. He's got 14 in the contest. And the Lions need to get it in. Backdoor pass is tipped away. 4 possessions, 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter. 35-29, a 6-point lead. Jumper from Payne, good. 16 for DeCarl, and man, what a run by the Terriers. Carterville finally gets it in. 4-point lead, and Skelcher needs the dribble and bounce pass to Barrington. Across midcourt with the basketball. Now it's Hawkins. Colton tried to feed it back door. This is crazy. 5 straight turnover possessions on the Lions. 4-point lead for Carterville. And an outstanding run here by Coach Jim Miller and the Terriers. Ball on the floor. Payne gets it back. Right side to Love. Around the screen from Harsey. Love pulls up the dribble. Finds Harsey. Right side back to Love. Top of the key now. That's Green. Tanel Green. Drives it to the block. The left-hand runner. Good. That was a great shot from Tanel Green. 5 in the game for number 11. And we have a 2-point ball game. Another turnover. We're going to have a timeout. Shane Hawkins is going to lose his mind, and Landon Love has tied it up. A 9-point run for the Carbondale Terriers, and with 5:25 remaining, it's 35-35 here at Carterville. Wow. We'll be back in 60 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Bank with people you know, who know and love
Gone
Southern
in a hurry.
Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank.
I'm Murphy up by 2.
Okay.
I didn't look at the clock. Oh, that frustrates me.
Update on the the Heron Murfreesboro game.
Yeah, it's Murfreesboro now leading Aaron 32-30 with 2:57 left.
We have a tie ball game here. Just 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes gone, and Carbondale has eliminated a 9-point deficit and tied the game. Carterville, 6 straight turnovers, allowed the Terriers to get right back into this ball game. And Shane Hawkins had to call a timeout and do some coaching with his Lions. With 5 minutes remaining, top of the key, it's Braden Wakey. Carterville moving right to left. Top of the key to Drew Barrington. Careless passing. Is that exactly what caused that run there by the Terriers? And here we bragged earlier on about Carterville limiting the turnovers, and they just blew it up there to start this fourth quarter. Carterville, though, showing some patience once again on this possession. They have it in the front court. Reversing around is Barrington. Bounce pass to Wakey. Reverse layup is good from Braden Wakey. 8 points in the game for the senior, and Carterville back up to 37-35. Over on the left wing, that's Woolley, the freshman, to DeCarl Payne, the senior. Payne back to Woolley, left wing. On the right side, Green lost the handle, gets it right back, keeps the dribble. Pulls up now. Good defense, and a timeout is called by Jim Miller, as that was Caden Wilson that was draped all over Tanel Green. Timeout on the floor with 4:03 remaining, and it's a 30. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Polar Whip, where you can come taste the legend. They have car hops they're featuring now. Call 988-9210. Call ahead, and when you get there, they'll bring your food out to you. Come taste the legend. That's Polar Whip in Energy. Out of the timeout, Terrier basketball. Here on the right wing with it is Landon Love. Dribbles around the screen from Payne to the free throw line. They work it to the left wing. That's Woolley. It crosses over Throws it up top with Green, to Love. Now with the basketball, Tennell Green. Over on the left wing, Woolley. 3:35 remaining in the game. 37-35, 2-point lead for Carterville. Jim Miller says move, move, move. They want the cuts. Payne to the block, cut off nicely. Harsey saves it. No travel called, and the jumper is good for Landon Love. Love in double digits with 10 now, and the pressure picked up by the Terriers. We have a time ball game, 37-37, and that ball was saved by Skelcher, and a foul is going to be on Davin Woolley, his fourth. Coming out of the game is going to be Landon Love. And it's going to be Carterville ball right in front of Coach Nathan Biddle. For the Lions. They get the ball into Barrington with just over 3 minutes remaining. Here's Kimbrough to Wakey. High post right side. To Skelcher. Skelch got to dribble. Feeds it to Wilson. Caden feeds it in down low to Kimbrough. To Wakey, who's out on the right wing. And now Barrington resets the offense. Payne on him defensively. Bounce pass one time to Kimbrough. Alex now to Wakey. High post right side. Left side. Left of the circle now is Wilson. 2.5 remaining. 45-second possession for the Lions. To Barrington, who gets a touch here. Reverses. Lost his footing, but keeps the dribble. And brings it back up between the circles.
Looked like the Lions were looking for a backdoor layup, huh?
We have a timeout as there was some trash on the floor. A bottle, water bottle, actually. So the official had to call timeout. Carterville's ball over on the far sideline. Coming up, it'll be our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game. Our SI Rejuvenation post-game show. So Kimbrough gets it in to Skelcher. Now it's to Barrington. 2:15 remaining. Time ball game, 37-37. The JV game went to overtime. This one wouldn't do that, would it? Barrington to the hole, off the glass, too strong. Wakey there had the ball, but the Terriers come away with it. Tied up. Chance for Carbondale to regain the lead. Winging it around up top, it's Marlo Evans. It saves it from going in the backcourt. Here's Tennell Green to the corner. Woolley now to Carl Payne with Kimbrough on him defensively. 1:45 and a timeout is called by Coach Jim Miller and the Carbondale Terriers. It'll be a full timeout, and we'll be back here in 60 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances
Heron by
over
one with 18 seconds to go, and Murphy has the ball.
$25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide.
Did Wakey get a stick back on that rebound, or did he not? He did? Okay.
Start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Exciting ball.
There's always time for the drive-through deal, because no matter how fast you are at making breakfast, McDonald's is faster.
Wake up to McDonald's breakfast. Right now, buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or sausage McGriddles, and get the second one for just $1. Order ahead in the app and pick
76-70 Massac over Harrisburg final.
May vary, cannot be combined with any other offer. Valid for product of equal or lesser value.
Updating a couple of scores, Massac wins over Harrisburg 76-70 this evening. An exciting game between Heron and Murfreesboro. 33-32 was the last score I think we had. And Heron the 1-point lead, but Murphy had the basketball. Exciting ball game here too, 37-37. Shouldn't be this exciting. Carterville had a 9-point lead, and they finally forced a turnover, the first and the fourth on the Terriers. Carterville a 9-point lead coming to the fourth, and in a matter of about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, we had a time ball game from the Terriers. With 1:20 remaining in this one, 37-37, timeout for Shane Hawkins, and it's a full timeout. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at bankofheron.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are tied 37-37. Don't forget, tomorrow, wrestling regionals at Heron, starting at 9 o'clock. John's going to be covering the 2A regionals at Marion. Also, don't forget, Carterville Cheer is going to be competing at 12:30 tomorrow in Bloomington for a state title. They have the last performance in the small school division. That'll be at 12:30 tomorrow. The 9th straight year that the girls, Linda Drust and the cheerleaders, have been to state. They qualify for the finals coming up tomorrow. They finished 8th after today's preliminary round. And, man, wouldn't it be awesome if they picked up another state championship? That would be amazing.
That'd be looking nice in the trophy case.
I'll tell you what, she really has, this Carterville cheer team is one of the powerhouse cheer teams in the state. And good luck to our ladies coming up tomorrow. With 1:10 remaining here, we're tied at 37. It's Carterville ball after the timeout by Shane Hawkins. Boy, Carterville almost turned it over again. Luckily, Alex Kimbrough was there to pick it up off the floor. So we have 60 seconds remaining. Would Carterville hold for the final shot?
Yep.
I think they would if they could.
Unless they find a cutter open for a layup.
Yep, and it's got to be something crazy open. 46 on the clock now. Carterville looking to go 13-11. Carbondale looking to pick up their 12th win on the season. 37, 36, 35. Waller, one dribble to Skelcher, right side to Barrington. He's on the right wing. Payne comes out defensively. Now it's Wilson with a touch. Dribble out, turns it and gets it to Skelcher. That was close to being picked off by Woolley. Over on the right side, there's Caden Wilson. 20 seconds remaining in the game. Tied at 37. Carterville, great possession, great patience. Carbondale's going to let them have the last shot, it looks like. They're set up 1-2 defensively toward the corner. Kimbrough to the hole, got away with a walk. Shot from Waller. Oh, three, no good. Ball on the floor. Carbondale has it. That ends the fourth quarter. And guess what?
Boy,
just like the JV ball game, we are going to overtime. Tied at 37 apiece. Stay with us. Wow. Overtime's next here on News Radio WJPF.
Are you looking to enhance the beauty of your home or garden? Look no further than Clark Natural Stone, your go-to destination for rock, decorative stone, mulch, and even topsoil.
So we are going to overtime. And John Homan, let me throw out a situation for you. See if it would happen. Lightning would strike twice. The JV game went to overtime.
Yep.
And it wound up being a 39-38 overtime win for the Terriers. This game, Carterville wouldn't just score 1 point in overtime, would they? Terriers wouldn't score two?
Don't know. It's possible. Well, how about that shot Waller took from the corner? That was 2/3 of the way down. Or, I couldn't believe it popped out.
Just rattled out. And that's how we end regulation, as we are going to each team, I think, has 2 timeouts is what the official said. as we're going to overtime.
Got a
Heron gets a win over Murphy tonight, 35-32. That's now a final. 4 minutes on the clock. Ball's tied up. Possession arrow is going to give it to the Carbondale Terriers. So each team with 2 timeouts. And the Ducks are going to jump it up. Here is
going to jump it.
Tied up on the jump ball.
Yeah.
And the Carterville Lions win the tip. Carterville a 9-point lead starting the 4th quarter. And 6 turnovers later, we're tied at 37. So Carterville's basketball. On the right side is Kimbrough. He's got a left-right dribble. Whips it to the right side, to the left side to Skelcher. Luckily, that wasn't picked off by Payne.
Well, those cross-court passes are dangerous.
3.5 on the clock in overtime. Wilson right at the circle. Holds the basketball. Now finds Barrington. Drew between the circles. Right-hand dribble, 1 bounce to Wakey. He's on the right wing. Looks inside, top of the key, back to Skelcher. Not a lot of movement. Now slicing through is Wilson. Right side, that's Kimbrough. Kimbrough, top of the key, left side to Caden Wilson. 3 minutes remaining. A minute gone in overtime. Tied at 37. Barrington to Wakey. He's left of the circle. Carterville Skelcher. Dribbles out, almost stolen from behind, but Carterville keeps it. Kimbrough to Wakey. He's out on the left wing. Gives the ball to Caden Wilson. 2:35 remaining.
Dave got some heart tablets over here for you if you want any.
I'm as calm as Carterville and Carbondale.
There you go. Okay.
Under 2.5 now. Would Carterville hold for the final shot? Nah. Ball almost slapped from behind by Payne, but it winds up with Barrington. So a lucky break there for Carterville. But Carbondale's content. Just let them dribble out, not really pressing hard. We're halfway through overtime, and this is the first possession. Carterville has controlled the ball for over 2 minutes. Don't drag that foot, Caden Wilson. Bounce pass right side to Skelch. Finds Wakey. Fake the pass. Gets it back to the point guard, Barrington. Here's Kimbrough. High post, dribbles back. Left-hand dribble to Skelcher. Carterville has held the ball for 2.5 minutes.
I don't remember Carterville ever holding the ball this long before.
Longest possession I've seen him have
all
in all the years I've been doing Carterville ball.
Yeah.
But we got a timeout. Shane Hawkins wants to take a full timeout. Carterville has controlled the first 2.5 minutes of overtime, literally. How's it going to end? We'll tell you coming up here on News Radio WJPF. Back in 30.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree telephone workers.
Overtime here at Carterville High School, tied at 37. And with Carterville has held the ball for the first 2.5 minutes of this 4-minute overtime period. Shane Hawkins wanted the timeout to talk with his team. And you look at some people and they say, that's terrible. Well, if Carterville wins, it's not so terrible, is it? If they hold it.
It's just a form of strategy. It's a form of strategy. You know, I mean.
Remember when North Carolina used to go to the Four Corners?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
this may not be a strategy in a couple of years.
Nah, with the shot clock coming, you're exactly right.
State's going to have a shot clock at some point soon.
Probably a 40-second clock. Tied at 37, 1:20 remaining. Bounce pass, and guess what? See, and we're going to see.
I got an argument here on whether the ball was tipped or not. They're going to say
ball was off the leg, and it's going to stay with Carterville.
Lucky break for the Lions.
Carbondale fans not happy. It was I thought maybe it might have been off the leg, but I wasn't sure.
If it did, it certainly didn't change directions.
The two of the officials get
know.
together and they say it was tipped. So Carterville catches a very lucky break as they have held the ball for close to the first 3 minutes of this 4-minute overtime. And a bump foul is going to be on Tennell Green. So now Carbondale's in a situation where if Carterville's going to hold, they're going to come out and foul.
Now they have they have to foul 3 more times in order to send Carterville to the line. You may need to do that.
Exactly. 65 seconds remaining, tied at 37. But you got to get the ball in, and they finally do. Wilson comes in and saves the day on the pass from Hawkins. Under a minute to play. My goodness, Carterville has held the ball the entire overtime possession. Skelcher gets tied up. Carbondale reaches in and a timeout.
Called timeout.
Called. No, they're saying a foul.
On a foul. Okay.
A foul is called on Tennell Green.
Whew. Wow.
Is that right? No, they're going to say it's on Jackson Marlowe Evans.
His first personal.
Whoa.
Well, I tell you, Lions have caught some breaks here.
Big
down
breaks.
Stretch, yeah.
And they still have the basketball, and it's going to be on the far sideline. 50 seconds remaining here in overtime. They get the ball in to Waller. Waller to Hawkins. 45 now remaining. Barrington. We're tied at 37. That was the score at the end of regulation. Under 40 now to play. Hawkins out on the high post. Backdoor feed to Waller off the glass. Couldn't get it to go, and a foul is called on Michael Green.
Yeah, he drew the contact, though.
So Josh Waller, who is a good free throw shooter.
Oh, trying to jinx him or what?
Oh, my gosh. Didn't even think about that. And a timeout is called
Josh doesn't
by
that
Jim
stuff.
Miller. 32.8 on the clock. We'll keep it here. John Homan, don't forget tomorrow night, Lions are back in action here.
Yeah.
Anna Jonesboro, who got beat by Benton tonight, will be here. Non-conference play. And then next week, our schedule is shaping up to be another 3-game week for the Lions at Harrisburg on Tuesday night. On Friday, at Massac County, a conference game against the Patriots. And then next Saturday, Vandalia will be here at Carterville. And then a week from Thursday, we wrap up the regular season against Murfreesboro.
Yeah, that set of 3 games next week that you pointed out, that will be 6 games played kind of this week and next week in only 11 days. That's pretty brutal.
That's a lot of ball.
But it's, it's basketball. The kids are young. They can bounce back.
Now, this next week, I think we'll start seeing some regional information come out. Regionals and sectionals will be released. Girls were released yesterday.
Right.
And
now Benton's going to host a sectional in 2A.
Yep.
So just be interesting to see where Carterville falls.
Yep.
So
we'll find out coming up next week. 37-37 in overtime. Carterville has held the ball for 3.5 minutes. Josh Waller just got fouled. A chance to give the Lions the lead. Josh with 3 in the game. And the senior is at the stripe shooting free throws. And
Josh, attaboy.
He catches a break. That's some touch. That's some touch from the senior. It falls and gives Carterville the 1-point lead, 38-37.
Maybe the second one feel a little bit easier coming out of there.
Dribbles, spins.
There you go.
Lions up 2 now. Waller with 5. No timeout. Defensive substitution.
The Lions are going to put some full court pressure on.
So 32 seconds left. First touch in overtime for the Terriers. They get it into Tennell Green. Top of the key. Payne comes around. Green keeps it, though. Right side to Woolley. Pulls up the dribble. Right side to Tennell Green. Feeds it to Love, and a timeout is called by the Terriers. We'll keep it here. What a ball game.
Well, it's
turned into one.
Both games have been great to watch.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
In overtime, JV from game today, Carbondale wins 39-38. We're in overtime here, 39-37. And all we need is the Terriers to get one free throw, and Lightning strikes twice.
I tell you, it's
weird. It's just weird.
It's been a crazy game. Carterville looked to be in total command of the game, led by 9 points going into the fourth quarter, but turned the ball over at a rapid pace in that fourth quarter to let Carbondale get back in the game.
6 of them.
Here we are so much later,
6 of them in that fourth quarter, and none. Well, of course, they held the ball for 3.5 minutes here in overtime.
Had some near turnovers, but, they held on to the ball one way or the other. Now you have to, see if Carbondale's going to go for the 3 for the win or going to go for the tie.
Sports Voice tomorrow morning with Murph and Hudson from 8 until 10. And then Carterville Lions back in action tomorrow night starting at 7:30 here on News Radio WJPF. Carterville coming out of the timeout. Jim Miller and the Terriers have the basketball. 18 seconds on the clock. They trail by 2, 39-37. The trigger from the side is Tennell Green. Finally finds Woolley. Clock rolls to 15 seconds. And a foul called on Carterville's Drew Barrington.
4, I think, on him, isn't it? Yeah.
4 on
4
him,
fouls.
but that's the first team foul on the Lions here in OT. So that's
a good strategy.
4 to give.
I just don't want Drew picking up the fouls.
They get it in. Payne has
you ought to foul him right
14,
now.
13, 12.
Need to foul
Kimbrough
him.
on him. Payne inside the arc. Finds Woolley. Trapped toward the corner. Gets it to Payne. 4, 3, 2, 1. Payne at the buzzer. No good. Carterville wins the ball game in overtime. 39-37.
Wow.
DeCarl Payne, a look at the buzzer. It would not go, and Carterville improves to 13-11. Carbondale now 11-16 on the year. Stay with us. Our SI Rejuvenation postgame show is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
River Radio Sports Central is in gyms everywhere this winter. I'm 90-60. I still don't know the.
Yeah. Weird ball game here at Carterville, but the Lions win it in overtime 39-37. Lions had a 9-point lead going to the fourth quarter, but 6 consecutive turnovers allowed the Terriers to tie the game. We go to overtime tied at 37. Carterville held the ball for the first 3.5 minutes of overtime. Josh Waller goes to the line after being fouled, hits 2 free throws to get the Lions a 2-point lead. A shot at the buzzer from DeCarl Payne, your leading scorer, who averages 23 points a game. His shot no good. Carterville walks away a winner tonight, 39-37, John Homan.
Well, wild indeed. I guess, in the end, you'll just take the W. You don't really worry about how it happened, but I think the Lions are fortunate. They lost a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, and were lucky to come away with the win tonight. And boy, who would have thought it would be 4 minutes of 2 possessions, pretty much one for each team.
Yeah, exactly. Let's look at the scoring first. We'll start with the Terriers, as it was DeCarl Payne that led all scorers this evening. He finishes with 16 points. Carterville did a good job on him, holding him to 7 points below his season average.
He didn't take many. He only took 12 shots.
Yeah.
That I don't get. I mean, Carterville's playing good defense, but he could have easily gotten more than 12 shots. You have to set screens for that guy. He's a scorer. So that's the one thing I don't understand. Why did he only get 12 shots?
Payne leads all scorers with 16. Also in the scorebook for the Terriers in double digits, Landon Love finished with 10. You have 5 from Tennell Green, 2 from Jackson Marlowe Evans, 2 in the game for Michael Green, 2 for Henry Harsey, and that's it for the scoring. Man, what a low-scoring ball game. Carterville comes in averaging 50 points a game, Carbondale averaging 53, and the Lions win at 39-37. Carterville was led in scoring by 3 players with 8 points. Braden Wakey, Drew Barrington, Brandon Skelcher. No points bigger than the final 2 free throws for Josh Waller in overtime. He finishes with 5, but those free throws, the game-winning shots for the Lions. 7 from Caden Wilson this evening, a 3-pointer from Colton Hawkins to close out the first half of basketball. And Lions escape a 2-point win tonight, 39-37.
Yeah, just an exciting game, no doubt about it. And again, you'll take your win any way you can get it. You're on the home floor. You won both games this week with a chance to get the suite for the week tomorrow.
SI Rejuvenation post-game show. And, boy, maybe I wouldn't like to be a fly on the wall in the locker room right now after that fourth quarter performance. But a win's a win's a win, and we will take that. We're going to go on and take a break here on our SI Rejuvenation post-game show, and we will return here on News Radio WJPF.
Punctual service. 5.
All right, I guess that adds up. 30, 28, 33, 35, 36, 38. Missing one.
Shane Hawkins making his way to our location up here. Carterville comes away with the 39-37 overtime win over the Carbondale Terriers here this evening to improve to 12-11 on the season. And Coach Hawkins is making his way up here. We're glad to have Coach. He brought his juice with him here post-game. You're sweating, big boy. What's the matter? Overtime wearing you out?
When you're fat, you sweat a lot.
Is that what that is? I tell you what, I guess we'll just play this out how it played out. You have a 9-point lead going to the fourth quarter.
Can we skip that part?
No, we can't. We got to talk about it because it was important. A 9-point lead going to the fourth. 6 consecutive possessions with turnovers allows Carbondale to tie it. We go to overtime, and then you go into old-fashioned North Carolina, like almost to 4 corners, and hold the ball for 3.5, and Waller hits the free throws to win it. Just like you planned it out, Coach.
Yeah, we kind of lost our mind for about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
and they started getting momentum, and I was afraid if we kept playing, it wasn't going to turn out real good for the home team. I didn't like we kind of lost our mojo there for a little bit. I thought if we could grind it for 30 or 40 seconds and get a layup without, everything was high risk for about 2 minutes. Long passes across court, one-handed passes, backdoor stuff that wasn't open, just really bad decisions. And I was afraid that if we kept playing, I wasn't sure we're going to be able to kind of get the train back on the tracks. So we weren't able to get a layup out of it, but we kept grinding clock and milking clock and milking clock, and I thought we did an unbelievable job the last minute and a half of regulation, and then the 4 minutes of overtime. And trust me, I want shot clock. I want the shot clock. I am that guy. But I thought the way we were going, I thought that was the only way that we had a chance. Yeah, it's what it should be. You should enjoy it. You should have fun, and they're good. Payne's, as we talked about in the pregame, Payne's as good a player as there is in Southern Illinois, and I thought we did a really good job on him, and he still had, 16 of their 37 or whatever. And I thought we made him earn it. I thought we did a pretty good job on him. But it's just, it's playing every play and continuing to grind. And I'm not sure this team would have done it 2 months ago. I'm really not sure this team could have done that a month ago. And we talked about it earlier. We're making strides. We're making strides in all aspects of the game. But when you can make strides and go do something we haven't done all year to find a way to win the game in the last 5 minutes, so proud of our guys.
Coach, let's throw out that 2 minutes and 15 seconds to start the fourth quarter. I thought the ball movement, the slash, the cuts, outside of that 2.5 minutes was outstanding by the Lions tonight. They were moving the ball well. Good passes, feed it entry into the paint, kick it to the corner, find the backdoor cut. That was just a really good ball game from the Lions, and it was, like you said, just a little lapse for 2 minutes, and Carbondale is good enough and talented enough that they can take advantage of that, and that's what put them right back in the ballgame.
Yeah, I thought for 34 minutes there was no question who the best team was.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Without doubt.
I agree.
But it was a 36-minute game, and we had a 2 minute 2 minutes span. We weren't very good, and you know what the thing about it is, they scored 37. It was 39-37.
Yep.
They scored 37 points, and they scored 8 of them in that run. I thought our defense was tremendous. I thought our half-court defense was tremendous. I think they had 1 offensive rebound in the first half. We did a really good job of keeping them out of transition. Payne got to the paint a couple times in the first half where he would spin and reverse dribble. That got us a couple times. But, man, I thought when we had to make it a half-court game defensively, I thought we were really, really good. And they end up with 37, but, take away those 8 that, we kind of hand-fed them. Man, then you're talking, hey, this is takes it to the next level.
Well, it's training for what you may see as the season starts to wind down and you get into regionals. You got to win those hard ball games. You got to win those games that you make mistakes, but you just have to be able to push it away and recover. And man, give credit to Josh Waller. You hold the ball for 3.5 minutes. He gets fouled. He goes to the line. That first free throw is a tough one to hit.
It is, and even more so with him. He had a shot at regulation to win it.
Beautiful, and that ball couldn't have gone more inside the rim.
And it's the right shot. It was the right person.
Yes.
It didn't go in, and he was beating himself up over it. Next play, we're finally getting to that point where we're moving on to the next play.
Yep.
The turnover, the missed shot, the defensive breakdown, instead of just hanging our head on it, we're getting past that and going on to try to win the next play or the next battle. And and it's tremendous. He did a great job. He had a good look. It didn't go in, but then he made the right cut on the back cut. We made the right pass. It was open. It wasn't razor thin where we were trying to thread the needle. It was the right pass. He got fouled. It was everything about it was right.
Coach, a quick look tomorrow night. Anna Jonesboro coming to town. Wraps up this 3-game homestand. Thank you again for 3 home games this week. And I'll be cussing you next week.
Yeah,
but what you know about Anna Jonesboro coming in tonight?
They have a bunch of guys back from last year.
Yeah.
Harville's been there since I think 2015. I think he's got like
I'm telling you,
I think he's got like 6 COVID years.
Yeah.
Cavens has had a really good year as a post player. They put Paige and Hall, and they got guys who can make shots on the perimeter. JJ Girardi is a long, athletic dude who keeps plays alive and can score at the rim. And as with almost every game we play, the other team has more experience than us going in. Yep. But we're 24 games in. We're experienced as we're going to be, and we've had some learning curves along the way. And I said this last week. I liked where after the Heron Benton weekend, I liked where we were going. I just hope that losing both of those games in tight games, I was hoping it didn't demoralize us. We had a decent practice on Monday. We come back, and Frankfurt's pretty good, and they caused us some issues, but we were able to find a way to win. So it's been a good week. We need to finish it off and make it a great week tomorrow.
Lions now 13-11, riding a 2-game winning streak when they take on the Anna Jonesboro Wildcats tomorrow night. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, guys. See you tomorrow.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here on our post-game show. John, I'm just going to go ahead and name our player of the game. I really think it should be Josh Waller this evening. He did have that look at the shot there to close out overtime, but he hits the 2 free throws to win it, to give the Lions the 2-point win tonight, 39-37.
Senior leadership, stepped up, didn't let the moment scare him away, and he knocks him down, and that's a game winner. So congratulations to the senior, Josh Waller.
Josh Waller, our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating player of the game. With punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and experience from over 40 years in the business. Josh Waller, our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating player of the game. Coach Shane Hawkins joining us for our John A. Logan College Coaches Show. Lions win it 39-37 in overtime over the Carbondale Terriers. Anna Jonesboro back here tomorrow night. John and I will have pregame coverage starting at 7:30. Tip-off is slated for 7:45. For Brian R. Powell back at the studio, that's John Homan. I'm Dave McKenzie. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Thank you for watching and listening to Carterville Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody.
This Carterville Lions Radio WJPF
Thanks, Bob.
has been presented by Joe's Lawn Care, the Bank of Harris.
That's a wild one.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to do this. Hey, everybody online, thanks for watching. Have a great night.